everyone, it's Jamie. Welcome back. In today's video, I will be showing you how I made this really pretty Welcome to Our Carrot Patch wreath using the Ruffle method. So if you'd like to see how I do this, then please keep watching. I will be using one of these 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath rings. First, I'm going to wire the wreath ring using 18 pipe cleaners. The 14-inch wreath ring has 6 sections, and I will be adding 3 pipe cleaners to each section. I start with wiring the 2 inner rings of one section by placing the pipe cleaner in the middle of the 2 inner rings, then twisting a couple of times. Then I go down to the 2 outer rings, and I wire the 2 outer rings together by placing a pipe cleaner about 1.5 inches from the left seam weld and twisting it a couple of times. Then I move over and do the same to the other side by placing a pipe cleaner 1.5 inches from the right seam weld and wiring the 2 outer rings together. I will do this to each of the sections with 6 pipe cleaners on the inner part of the wreath and 12 on the outer, giving me 18 pipe cleaners in total. I will be using 1 roll of this deco mesh from Hobby Lobby. It is 10 inches by 10 yards, and I will cut 18 pieces to 21 inches long. To make the ruffles, I'm taking a piece of the mesh, laying it flat, and I will weight it down on the end. Then I place my thumbs at the bottom in the middle, and I push up the center, walking my fingers up the mesh, pulling it toward me. Once I get to the end, it should look like a bow. Next, I'm going to start building the base of the wreath by taking one of the ruffles, then laying it vertically in the center of the inner pipe cleaner, with one finished edge pointing toward the middle of the wreath and the other finished edge pointing toward the bottom of the wreath. Then I twist the pipe cleaner a couple of times, then fluff out the ruffle. I move down to the 2 outer pipe cleaners and do the same thing by placing the ruffles vertically in the middle of the pipe cleaner and securing it with a couple of twists. I will add a ruffle to each of the remaining pipe cleaners. And here's how it should look after all the ruffles are added. Next, I will locate the 6 inner ruffles, and I will be cutting off the pipe cleaners as I will not be needing them. I just twist the pipe cleaner a few more times, then snip off the end and bend it over. I will do this to each of the 6 inner pipe cleaners. For ribbon tails, I will be using 2 rolls of this 2.5 inch wide wired ribbon from Dollar Tree. I will be cutting 12 pieces to 14 inches long, dovetailing the ends. To make the ribbon tails, I'm taking a piece of ribbon, folding it in half to find the center, then scrunching up the middle to form the ribbon tail. To add the ribbon tails, I'm going to locate a pipe cleaner, place the ribbon tail in the middle going vertically, and give it a couple of twists to secure it. Then I'm taking the ribbon tails and bringing them down to where they are pointing downward, laying them side by side. I will add ribbon tails to each of the remaining pipe cleaners. Here's how it looks with the ribbon tails added. For half bows, I will be using 1 roll of this 1.5 inch wide wired ribbon from Walmart and 1 roll of this 1.5 inch wide wired ribbon from Michael's. I will be cutting 6 pieces of the orange ribbon to 19 inches long and dovetailing the ends. And I will also be cutting 6 pieces of this burlap ribbon to 19 inches long and dovetailing the ends. To make half bows, I'm taking one of the ribbons, folding it in half, then forming a 2-inch loop at the top and pinching it in the middle. Next, I'm going to add half bows to the wreath by placing the half bows in the middle of the pipe cleaner and securing with a couple of twists. I fluff out the loop. Then I take one ribbon and bring it down, placing it on the outside of the blue ribbon tail. Then I flip the other ribbon to where the right side is showing by just twisting it around. Then I place the ribbon to where it's going in between the blue ribbon tails. I will do the same thing with the burlap ribbon, alternating orange and burlap to the remaining pipe cleaners. Here's how it should look after adding the half bows. Next, I'm going to go in and remove the remaining pipe cleaners since I will not be needing them. I just twist the pipe cleaner a few times, snip off the end, tuck it over, and refluff the loop. I will be using this sign from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the hanger, then I'm going to flip the sign over and glue 2 pipe cleaners to the back using a generous amount of hot glue. Next, I'm going to attach the sign to the wreath by deciding where I want it to go, then feeding the legs of the pipe cleaners through to the back of the wreath, then securing them to the frame by twisting them together, then folding and tucking them out of the way. You can always snip off the end instead. Once the sign is in place, I'm just going to gently pull out some of the mesh that is under the sign to soften the edge, but being careful not to pull out too much, just enough so that it frames the sign. Now I'm going to add 2 bows to the wreath. I did not film me making the bows, but I do have a bow tutorial I will link below in the description box if you want to check it out. I decide where I want the bows to go, then like the sign, I feed the legs of the pipe cleaners through to the back and secure them to the wreath frame. Once the bows are on, I'm just going to fluff them out a bit, but I will fluff them better after I finish the wreath. Lastly, I'm going to be adding these carrots I got from Dollar Tree. Once I decide where I want them to go, I will secure them with a little bit of hot glue. And here's how the wreath turned out. I think this is one of the prettiest wreaths that I have done so far. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I wanted to thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!